You walk into a negotiation thinking it's a straightforward negotiation, but suddenly nothing makes sense. You are dealing with somebody who is trying to control it. You're second guessing yourself. You're feeling off balance. You're wondering why things are not adding up. You're trying to process in your mind what's happening. Welcome to the world of covert narcissism, especially in negotiations, where manipulation is subtle, tactics are cunning, and if you're not prepared, you could lose everything. In today's video, we are exposing the exact tactics that female covert narcissists use to manipulate and control negotiations, especially in high-stakes situations like divorce, custody battles, or business deals. If you've ever faced off against someone who twists the truth and turns the tables, this video is going to be your roadmap to staying one step ahead. By the end of this video, you're going to know the most common manipulation tactics that female covert narcissists use in negotiations, how to spot their tricks before they derail you, and powerful strategies to counter their tactics and regain control of the conversation. So if you've been feeling stuck, confused, powerless, defeated, exhausted in negotiations, stay tuned because I'm going to give you the tools to flip the script. For those of you who are new here, I'm Rebecca Zung. I'm a negotiation expert and an attorney who's been recognized as one of the top 1% of attorneys in the nation. I've spent years helping people break free from toxic relationships, win impossible cases, and negotiate their way to freedom and power. My work has been featured in all sorts of publications, Forbes, Time, Newsweek. I have a best-selling book, Slay the Bully, How to Negotiate with a Narcissist and Win. So if you want strategies that actually work, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap the bell because I'm here to help you turn the tables and take back control. Let's talk about covert narcissists, especially the female varietal. There's going to be an emotional manipulation through victimhood. This is one of the hallmarks of female covert narcissists. It's the whole poor me act. And they get everybody bought into that, by the way. So they start seeding, they're smearing, and they're setting themselves up to be the victim a long time before the actual discard phase takes place. So if you're negotiating custody or you're negotiating a situation, even if it's a business deal, suddenly she might burst into tears. All I ever wanted was to give you everything. I just wanted to be a good mother, a good wife. I did everything I could for you in the business. And now you're making it impossible. She's not just appealing to emotion. She's trying to paint herself as the victim and you as the manipulator so that everybody's perception, from the judge to the lawyers to the mediators, is that you're the bad person and she just was innocent over here. I call them the pearl grabbers. What? Me? Oh my gosh, I can't believe you did this to me. I was so good to you. How do you counter that? You stay calm. You stick to the facts. You make sure that you have definitely done all your documentation and you avoid engaging emotionally. So you don't do that. You don't engage emotionally. You say things like, let's keep the discussion to what's best for all of us going forward, what's best for the children. I'd like to refocus on that. Let's focus on the facts. You don't allow that whole personal stuff to cloud it and to get weighed down in there. The next thing they do is they gaslight to undermine your confidence. So they're masters at making you doubt your reality. So for example, she might say something like, we agreed on these terms. Are you seriously forgetting that? This is what you said you wanted. And even though you may not have even ever had that conversation, or what they do is they take parts of conversation and weave it together to create their own reality, that conversation was not part of that. That was when we were talking about this. And that's what you end up doing. And you're like following the leader on that. So you don't want to get pulled down, sucked in, dragged into that whole web of toxicity and vortex of craziness. You want to make sure you keep a record of every conversation, email or text. Bring up documented facts and do it with confidence. There's a way to do this and a way not to do this. I would suggest that you don't try to meet with the person alone and really end up down that rabbit hole. You want to have your strategy and your leverage ready to go and do it in a way that is powerful. And I teach you how to do that in my Slay program. You can go to a free training at icanslay.com. Just go to my free training and you'll learn so much more about that. You don't want to say, I didn't do that. No, I always say never jade, never justify, argue, defend, or explain. I always wear jade because I'm half Chinese, but I never jade. All right. Because as soon as you do that, now they're getting supply from you. You want to maintain control. If you agree with me, put control in the comments below, right? And if you need help with, where to start with documenting, get my free toolkit. It's super helpful for you. It's for docking the narc. So you want to document everything, just go to docthenarc.com and get it. It's a free gift for you.
Fed up with narcissists walking all over you? Sick of everyone believing their lies while you're paying through the nose in attorney's fees? What if you could hold all the cards for a change? Hey, I'm Rebecca Zung. I'm a top 1% trial attorney, a USA Today bestselling author, and I've spent my entire career helping people slay narcissists in negotiations, most recently through my proven slay method. What if your suffering could become your superpower? Imagine turning all that pain into power, not just for you, but for others too. This is your chance to take back control. You can finally win. Become a high conflict negotiation certified coach. Help others while transforming your own life and do good for the world. This is your chance. Go to RebeccaZung.com/apply and I'll show you how to turn the tables for good starting today.
The next thing they do is passive aggressive jabs. You get these little passive aggressive jabs that are almost like a double-edged something, like, oh, I'm glad you're finally starting to think rationally for once. Oh, it's really great that you got a promotion at your job. I mean, that's amazing considering your background or the fact that you haven't worked as much lately, and so like they say things that you're like, what? Where did that come from? And you want to defend yourself, but it's almost like sometimes they couch it in terms of care. I'm just concerned. I'm concerned about their drinking. I'm concerned about them coming late. I'm so worried about them. Don't take that bait. Just respond neutrally, like, thank you for the feedback. I appreciate your interest. I hear what you're saying. You just keep it over there. You keep it on their side. You don't internalize that or personalize that. I always say put an invisible shield down around you. The other thing they do is they use people as pawns. So they start with family members or people at work or even a child, and they start to seed smearing, like, I'm so worried about this person, or I know that this has been going on. I don't know what's going on in their life, to make it seem like you're the one who's irresponsible. They even do this with children, by the way. And so that the children are left confused, thinking, well, she's just concerned about them. She's worried. She's such a good person. And so what you want to do is, you're not going to be able to chase down every single thing that they're doing or saying. You just take care of your side of the equation. So you do your documentation, you have your strategy, you create your leverage, you look at how you can be offensive, you look at how you can tactically present your case, whether it's going to be in a mediation setting or something else. But you don't worry about that, because every time you try to chase down every single thing, you're never going to convince people. All right. The next thing they do is they feign ignorance to avoid accountability. They'll pretend they don't understand. I didn't understand the terms of the agreement. Oh, I forgot. I didn't really understand what you were saying there. It didn't really make sense what your email said. They act like they don't know. Oh my God, I didn't realize that deadline applied to me. Oh, can we extend it? So how do you counter that? You create clear written agreements with deadlines, and you enforce them strictly, because the minute you let them slide a little bit, then they're being given permission to rewrite the rules, rewrite the agreement halfway through. So if this makes a whole lot of sense to you, remember to put control down in the comments. I would love to know what else you guys have seen from female covert narcissists, especially in negotiations. And if this is resonating with you, make sure that you click thumbs up and you share it with someone who needs these strategies, right? And make sure that you've also hit subscribe and hit that bell, because you don't need to let their manipulation define the outcome of your negotiations. By recognizing these tactics and staying calm, prepared, and strategic, you can take control of the situation, even with a female covert narcissist on the other side, who in some ways is like the worst one. When I first launched my store at shop.rebeccazung.com, I needed a simple way to manage online and in-store sales. Shopify Point of Sale made it seamless. Shopify POS connects everything online and in-store into one system. Customers shop how they want, and my team always has the tools to get the sale done. It's proven to work. Shopify POS users see a 22% better total cost of ownership and an 8.9% sales boost on average. Want more? Check out shopify.com/negotiate, all lowercase, shopify.com/negotiate. If you want to learn more about how to deal with this and how to get the do's and don'ts in dealing with a narcissist in negotiations, check out my video on that topic. And remember that today is a great day to start negotiating your best life. You got this. They only win if you give in, right? And I will see you in that next video.